The Lady Vols reverted to old habits against LSU, a level of effort and mindset they certainly can't afford to repeat against Auburn, who is certainly a lot better than their 500 record would indicate. Now, the greatest difference between their loss to LSU and their win over UConn was their inability to get points in crunch time, struggling in the rebounding battle, and their inability to limit their own turnovers. Three areas they certainly cannot repeat against the Auburn Tigers, who, like I said, are better than their 12-12 record would indicate, as they have several close losses to top 10 opponents, three of which coming within 10 points. Their latest loss to number 16 Oklahoma, 73-71. They're a team that plays better than their record would indicate. And when you have a team like that coming into TBA, it makes for a dangerous combination. And Coach Caldwell says essentially they need to get back to their roots and get back to playing their brand of basketball.
You got to get back to your roots. You got to treat every game the same, but we still have to get better. We have to build the rest of our schedule. We have to take care of business, and so we still have to have a sense of urgency. And we talk about at length of being a top 10 team in the country, and you can do that by beating Connecticut and then beating LSU, or you could do that by winning the remainder of the games on your schedule.
And as the Lady Vols look to get back into the win column, it seems that their hands are already full with things they need to correct. But one thing that they need to continue is their stout defense, whether early in the press or just essentially in this game, they'll need that full court stout defense, especially when you consider two key players for Auburn, Dayana Gadsden, who's averaging 54% from the field and 40% from the three-point line. To go with her is her teammate Talia Scott, who's about 40% from the field and then about 50 from the three-point line. Together, they're averaging at least 20 points a game. Being able to slow them down is key to a Lady Vols victory.
I mean, Gadsden is going to be tough for us. She has good size. She can score anyway at the rim. We're going to have to throw multiple people at her because she's tough.
And like I mentioned at the top, one area that the Lady Vols struggled in against LSU was their inability to limit their own turnovers. They'll need to be able to have success in that against Auburn, who's turning their opponents over about 20 times a game. If we flash back to the game against the Tigers, Tennessee lost that rebounding battle 13-19, and LSU cashed in 24 points on that. And at the end of the game, when they were not able to get those crunch time points that proved to be the difference maker, you don't want to put yourself in that situation here at home.
That's LSU's defense. That's their bread and butter. That's what they're great at, the live ball turnovers, and they kill teams on that. They killed us on that here, and they killed us on that there, and that was a big part of our scout of making sure that we take care of the ball. We even said throw the ball out of bounds before you have a turnover where they can go score. And it's easier said than done. Nobody's going to throw the ball out of bounds, but that's just how good they are on defense.
We'll be back Wednesday to talk more things Tennessee baseball, as we are officially in opening week for the reigning champions. I'll have a really good interview coming up, kind of flashing back to when they won the national title. So definitely make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that. And then we'll be back Thursday for post-game reports and reaction from a hopeful Tennessee win. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.